Welcome you all. So this video we are going to discuss about Prandtl lifting and theory. Myself is Karthikeyan, working as a faculty in the Department of Aerospace Engineering at B.S. Abdul Rahman Crescent Institute of Science and Technology. So here we are going to cover about the topic Prandtl lifting and theory, classical Prandtl lifting theory. So main purpose of Prandtl classical lifting theory to know about finite wing lift distributions, similarly for total lift for the particular wing section, then induced drag. So why should I know the induced drag? Induced drag is a part of the total drag. So total drag will be combination of induced drag plus profile drag. So by using of Prandtl lifting and theory we can able to calculate the induced drag. So this is the importance of Prandtl classical lifting and theory. Okay, for understanding of Prandtl classical lifting and theory we need the knowledge of Biot-Savart law and Herm's theorem. If you have the idea about like downwash, induced drag, vertex filament, Biot-Savart law, Herm's theorem, you can further go to this video. Suppose you are not having that idea, then my suggestion, you go to my channel. I already uploaded that particular topic in a single video. You can watch it, then only you can have the clear idea. The others you can able to go the topic directly. So these are the sequence of the these are sequence we have to follow for deriving this equation, because it's a big derivation. It's a real challenge taking the derivation without a blackboard. Okay, so that's why I'm making that understanding of you number of point mentioned here. So this is the way we are approaching the derivation one by one. Okay, starting with bound vertex and what is the force value of the bound vertex, like that we can able to read one by one. So before starting of the derivation you read it, then once again after completing of the derivation you come to this page and again read it, then you will come to know that the sequence of the derivation. The most important point, the change in the circulation in the bound vertex, that is equal to strength of the trailing vertex. So based on this concept the derivation will be developed. Okay, so I want to give some quick view of the previous ideas, because we are going to calculate the induced drag. So induced drag depends upon the induced angle of attack. So based on the induced angle of attack only we are calculating the induced drag. Then similarly at the end of the Prandtl lifting and theory we are going to calculate the geometric angle of attack. So geometric angle of attack is nothing but the summation of effective angle of attack and induced angle of attack. So how the induced angle of attack is created? That's because of the downwash. So that is it here, downwash, W. So because of the downwash, okay, your induced angle of attack is created. Okay, that is why we need to know about the importance of induced angle of attack. So in the further derivation we are going to use this triangle. Okay, so from this triangle we are going to calculate the tan value. So tan alpha I value. So tan alpha I value nothing but W by V infinity, that we are going to use it. The same way we come here, this is also another one more triangle will be available. Okay, alpha I, D I and L. Because of the downwash we are hitting the drag, induced drag. Okay, so by using this triangle we are going to calculate sin alpha I. So by using this triangle we are going to calculate sin alpha I. Then by using this triangle we are going to calculate tan alpha I. And similarly geometric angle of attack is nothing but a summation of effective angle of attack plus induced angle of attack. This point you have to remember. Then same way this is a Biot-Savart law. So in this Biot-Savart law they are taken for the curved vertex filament. Okay, I mentioned that the meaning of the vertex filament. Okay, you check that video. Just I give you only the output for here. In these cases there is an arbitrary point here. I want to find out the velocity created by the curved vertex filament on the point P. Then this is the equation. So dV equal to gamma pi 4 pi di into r divided by mod r cube. So this is the equation for the based on the Biot-Savart law. So you have to remember this equation also. And similarly another two equations. So this is for straight vertex filament case. So this is for straight vertex filament case, but with infinite vertex filament value. See here, this is infinite. So straight vertex filaments minus infinity and plus infinity. This is infinite, plus infinity. So these are the infinite vertex filament. Okay, if I am having the infinite vertex filament, this is my vertex velocity equation, that is gamma by gamma by 2 pi h. So this is another case. So this is for semi-infinite. Semi-infinite means is starting with not infinite value, some value, but other end will be infinite. So this is called semi-infinite. So if it is semi-infinite, my velocity, that means the semi-infinite vertex element induce velocity on the particular point P. That is equation V equal to gamma phi 2 pi h. Okay, so here gamma phi 2 pi h, here gamma phi 2 pi h. So these two things you have to remember, because this is going to, you are going to use it here, the equation. And when you come for the derivation part, so you have to start with bound vertex. So bound vertex is nothing but it is a vertex. It is a vertex filament of strength gamma, which is somewhere bound to be a fixed location. That is called your bound vertex. So bound vertex having a lift force. The bound vertex having a lift force, that is based on your Kutta-Joukowski theorem, that is circulation and Kutta-Joukowski theorem. So L equal to rho infinity V infinity gamma, that is the strength having by the bound vertex. Okay, that's only for the lift force possessed by the bound vertex. So these are the symbols you are using for your derivation portion. Okay, so you read it. So whenever you have the doubt, just you come to this place and make clear about the meaning of the symbol, because it's very important. Okay, now you come to here, the first part, the bound vertex. So the bound vertex is nothing but is a simple vertex. Okay, bounded in somewhere, that's all. Okay, here we are using the axis. You have to remember, this is the way we are using for the axis. Like this is x-axis, this is x-axis, this is y-axis, this is z-axis. You have to remember. Okay, here is mentioned x-axis, y-axis and z-axis. Okay, left pole they are mentioning in these cases. Okay, so you have to remember, this is for your x and y z-axis. Suppose I want to replace, I am replacing the finite wing section with bound vertex. So this is only for the bound vertex. The bound vertex doesn't have any velocity. Okay, the bound vertex doesn't have any velocity, it have only for the force. Okay, so as per the Herm's theorem already we discussed. As per the Herm's theorem, we cannot put alone the vertex, any part of the vertex. So it should be closed form or it should be infinite form. That is why we are adding the two trailing vertices. So this is the bound vertex, you can see, and these are the two vertices, vertices 1 and vertices 2. So these are the two vertices. Okay, so adding bound vertices with the two trailing vertices, it gives a shape like a horseshoe. So that is why it is called as a horseshoe vertices. So nothing else, based on the shape only we are called as a horseshoe vertices. Okay, again the bound vertex doesn't have any velocity. So the velocity is induced by only for the free trailing vertices. These two free trailing vertices induces the velocity on the bound vertex in the term of the downwards and the circulation. So this is the point you have to remember here. So how the horseshoe vertices are formed. Horseshoe vertices are formed based on your bound vertex and two trailing vertices. Okay, so now you consider here. Okay, so two trailing vertices induces the downwash on the bound vertex. Okay, so now the downwash will be in the downward direction. Okay, already in the previous slide I showed you how the x-axis, y-axis and z-axis are drawn. Okay, this is a positive x-axis, positive y-axis and positive z-axis. So here the downwash is induced to the downward direction, so automatically downward will be in the minus. Okay, now as per your semi-infinite vertex element concept, we are going to find the velocity equation. Okay, already we discussed about that equation. So velocity, suppose I want to find the velocity for the semi-infinite case, the formula will be, okay, gamma phi 4 pi h, gamma phi 4 phi h. That is what we saw in the few slides before. Okay, gamma phi 4 pi h. Okay, so here the gamma we can able to find out. So gamma, the strength of the vertex, okay, 4 pi h. So 4 pi h we can see here, first you can see here. So gamma by 4 pi h. So h is nothing but a distance. So how I am going to find the velocity? So in the bound vertex, I am taking a 1 point y. So I need to find the value of velocity on the particular y. How I am going to find the velocity of the particular y? Based on the trailing vertices. So based on the trailing vertices, I am going to find the value of y. Okay, by using that particular formula, gamma phi 4 pi h. So now from this we want to calculate the value of h. So how I am going to calculate the value of h? So first trailing vertices and the second trailing vertices. So we are going to use the trailing vertices 1 and the trailing vertices 2. Trailing vertices 1, this is trailing vertices 1 and this is trailing vertices 2. Okay, suppose I want to find the value of trailing vertices 1 and 2. So how I can able to find out? See here, from trailing vertices we need to find the value from y. Okay, so this is my origin point, this is my origin point, my total length will be b. Okay, from the origin this is b by 2 and this is again b by 2. So from this is origin, from the origin b by 2. Okay, from the origin b by 2. So this is a minus direction, so minus b by 2. Here the positive direction, then b by 2. Okay, then this downwards acting downward, so this is a minus direction. That is why see here the minus symbol. Here the minus symbol represents the downwards. The minus symbol represents the downwards. So downwards will be in the negative direction. Downwards will be in the negative direction. So that is representing for your downwards. Similarly, this minus also representing for your downwards. Okay, then this b by 2 plus h, when how I can able to find out that this b by 2 plus h, you consider these vertices. Okay, so we want to find the distance for this particular y. Okay, so from here to origin b by 2. Okay, we are calculating only the magnitude value, so don't bother about the plus. Okay, so from this to this origin value b by 2 distance, then plus this y. That is why we are getting b by 2 plus y. The same way I am calculating the strength from these vertices, second vertices. So from the second trailing vertices I need to find the value of y. Okay, I need only this value, this b by 2 up to this value only I am required. So how I can able to find out? That is why, so from this to this point b by 2, okay, minus I want to find out this value, then automatically because of these trailing vertices what the velocity acting here I can able to find out. That is the meaning of this b by 2 minus y. So for the first this first equation telling about these first vertices. Okay, then this second equation, the second form of term of equation represents about the second derivation, second trailing vertices. So once you have that idea, then by using simplification I will get this particular form. So this is the equation to represent about velocity induced by the trailing vertices on the point y. So velocity induced by the trailing vertices on the point y. So this only for the downwards effect. This only give the downwards effect. So you can see here what is the problem here. So as per this diagram, the downwards at the tip is going to infinity. It's going to infinity. It's not ended. Okay, but practically it's not possible. So this should be ended 1 or it should be 0 1. Okay, that is why this is a problem arise when using for the single horseshoe vertex. You know the horseshoe vertex nothing but a combination of bound vertex and two trailing vertices. Okay, this is a problem arise. So the Prandtl think about that how to resolve this problem. Okay, the problem will be solved by superimposing of so many horseshoe vertices. For example, here you can see the 3 horseshoe vertices. Just I am giving the name. Okay, 3 horseshoe vertices. This is vertices, horseshoe vertices 1. Okay, this is 1. This is horseshoe vertices number 1. Sorry, this is horseshoe vertices number 1. This is 2 and this is 3. Similar way you can able to find out horseshoe vertices. Okay, sorry, there is some confusion. Okay, so just I am telling about further. Okay, this is for number 1. So letter A to F. So A to F making a first horseshoe vertex. A to F, the first horseshoe vertex. You can see here this direction and this is opposite direction, horseshoe vertex. Then similarly letter B to E. So letter B to E represent the second horseshoe vertex. Okay, this is 2. That's why the directions are opposite. Similarly, this is your third horseshoe vertex. That is for your C and E. So C and E only for your third horseshoe vertices. Okay, so the first horseshoe vertices from here infinity A up to F, this is the first horseshoe vertices. You see the your direction. Okay, that is why the strength of the circulation given by the letter D gamma 1, the first horseshoe vertices. Okay, opposite direction D gamma 1. Then second horseshoe vertices. Okay, this is horseshoe vertices here, from here then B to E. So he is here D gamma 2. So D gamma 2 represents second horseshoe vertices. Then here you can see the third horseshoe vertices. So D gamma 3, D gamma 3. So here we are imposing the three different horseshoe vertices with a different circulation value. Okay, so that is why the first circulation, strength of the first circulation, okay, D gamma 1, D gamma 1. Okay, it's like look like this. So D gamma 1. Okay, then the second strength of the horseshoe vertices D gamma 1 plus D gamma 2. Okay, and third horseshoe vertices strength will be D gamma 1 plus D gamma 2 and D gamma 3. So you can able to see the circulations are gradually varied. Okay, so that is why we are important. Okay, in the previous cases we are having only one horseshoe vertices. Okay, in these cases we are having facing only one horseshoe vertices. Okay, so in these cases we are having a three horseshoe vertices. Okay, because of the three horseshoe vertices we are having a different circulation. Okay, here we are mentioning about the strength of the circulation. So that is the point we are mentioning here. Okay, so based on that one, suppose here the previous slide they are only for three horseshoe vertices. Here we are imposing or superimposing infinite number of horseshoe vertices. If I am imposing infinite number of horseshoe vertices, okay, I will get the value of circulation like this. This is the value of the circulation. Okay, as usual I am taking, this is my origin point, this is my origin point. If this is my origin point, this is the value of the circulation gamma naught. Okay, gamma naught will be the circulation strength at the origin point. Okay, now again I am taking the same reference point. I want to find out that velocity induced at that particular point. Okay, so how I can able to find out? Again I am locating one point in the bound vertex. This is my bound vertex. I am locating one point in the bound vertex. Okay, then I am taking that trailing vertices. Okay, this is my trailing vertices. Okay, trailing vertices having the dimension of dy. So dy also located from the bound vertex. So from the bound vertex, which trailing vertices are presented, I am taking that particular trailing vertices. Okay, the trailing vertices only induces the velocity on the particular point. Okay, so I am taking the point y naught on the bound vertex. Okay, which creates the downwards on dw. Okay, so you have to this point, this is very critical slide. Okay, we have to make it very clear. I am taking that element on the bound vertex dy. Based on the dy I am finding the trailing vertices. From the trailing vertices I need to locate one particular point, that is called as y naught. The y naught having the downwards, okay, that is dw. Okay, then I need to find the velocity on the particular y naught with the help of your trailing vertices, because trailing vertices only induces the velocity. So I need to find the velocity on the y naught. Okay, so that is why we are saying that y naught. So downwards developed on the y naught. See here the downwards is y naught. Okay, again as usual from the value gamma phi 4 pi h, here the h is instead of y naught by y. Okay, you can able to find out. So here what is the point you have to remember? See the minus. You may get the doubt. Okay, the previous slide the downwards will be in the downward, the effect of downwards will be in the downward direction. See here the downwards will be the downward direction, so we can put minus. But here also we are getting only the upward direction. Why you are putting a minus symbol here? Okay, the minus symbol not only because of the downwards effect. Okay, you can see here the strength of the circulation. You start from here. The strength of the circulation is gradually increases up to the origin point, up to the gamma naught. After that the strength of the circulation is gradually decreases. So we want to mention the decrease of the circulation, that is why we are putting the minus symbol. Okay, so this is for your exactly the velocity induced by the trailing vertices on the point y naught. Okay, that is why we are getting this particular equation. Suppose I want to find out the velocity induced by the total trailing vertices. We are considering only one single vertices, that is why we are using this particular equation. Suppose I want to find out total induced trailing vertices on the total all the trailing vertices induced velocity on the particular y0, then I have to use the integration, that is why limit minus b by 2 b by 2. So that is why the equation is come like this. So this is for single trailing vertices f8, this is for total trailing vertices f8. Okay, so we have to make it very clear about this point. So now we are going to come to that another one more important here. The first slide I am telling about that effective angle of attack aerofoil diagram. So there I mentioned about you are going to follow the tan alpha I from that equation. So you refer that particular diagram. From there we are taking that alpha I equation. So there they are not mentioning about only y0. Okay, so here you are choosing for the point y0. Okay, this point y0, that is why the y0 terms arise here. So you consider that diagram. Okay, then you come take the tan value. So tan w divided by v infinity for the particular case. So for the particular diagram, the value will be going for the downward direction, that is why they are putting for the minus. Okay, so you can able to find out for the particular diagram. So alpha I y0 equal to tan inverse of w minus w y0 by v infinity. I will show the picture. Okay, I don't get confused. See here, this is a picture. So from this picture we are calculating the tan infinity value. So here the downward direction, so that is why minus. So here only for the w. Okay, so in these cases we are taking for the minus value, y0 value, that is why the y0 presents. Okay, so negative downward direction, so minus w y0 by v infinity. So the tan theta value, the tan value we are taken from that particular diagram. Okay, and then here the theta value is very less, automatically we can omit the tan values. So we are omitting the tan value. So alpha y equal to minus w y0 by v infinity. Okay, now you substitute that another equation is semi equation like that, your total induced angle of attack value. So the induced angle of attack value find it from the 1 by 4 pi h. Okay, so in this case, in the previously we derived from here. Okay, w by 1 by 4 by these cases. Okay, so when you come for the induced angle of attack, okay, that is formula will be 1 by 4 by v infinity gamma by these particular cases. Okay, these cases again minus will be available. Okay, these cases minus will be available. So induced angle of attack because of the downwards, so already we derived the equation, downwards equation here. Okay, so we are comparing this downward equation into your induced angle of attack equation. So already the downwards equation having a minus symbol. Okay, then similarly your induced angle of attack having the minus symbol. When you are comparing these two equation, okay, the minus and minus symbol get cancelled, automatically we will get the induced angle of attack for the particular point y0 without having any minus symbol. This is the form. Okay, so this is one of the important idea. So we are finding the induced angle of attack. Okay, then now we are going to use CL value. So these equations come from your classical thin airfoil theory. So thin airfoil theory, we are finding the value of CL nothing but your 2 pi alpha. There you are finding that value 2 pi alpha. So here finding the CL value from the thin airfoil theory, CL equal to 2 pi alpha. So here alpha we are replacing with effective angle of attack and angle of zero lift, because this is already available in the thin airfoil theory. Okay, then how it arrives, because we are using the alpha naught nothing but a lift slope. Okay, so first we are getting the equation from the thin airfoil theory, CL equal to this particular form. Okay, in this particular form alpha naught represent about your lift slope we can able to replace with 2 pi radians. That is a procedure. Okay, so this equation we are getting from the thin aerofoil theory. So thin aerofoil theory, we have the direct relation for this particular form. Okay, in this particular form, this alpha naught represent about your lift slope. Lift slope we can able to replace by 2 pi radians. That is why we are taking this particular form. So this is one form of CL equation. We are going to use another form of CL equation by using Kutta-Joukowski theorem as well as circulation. So by using of Kutta-Joukowski theorem and circulation, we have that particular form. So L dash nothing but a lift per unit span. L dash nothing but lift per unit span. So by using Kutta-Joukowski theorem and circulation, we can able to find out another one more CL equation. Okay, CL equal to 2 gamma y naught divided by v infinity c y naught, because here the circulation depends upon the lift value, depends upon the circulation depends upon the location of the y naught value. So that point you have to remember. Lift per unit span depends upon the circulation depends upon the location of the y naught. So based on that condition, we are again finding one more CL value. Okay, so previously we are finding one CL value, now we are finding a one CL value. You compare these two CL value, because these CL value you have the effective angle of attack. This here we are having the effective angle of attack. We need to find the effective angle of attack. So you take this particular form of from this equation, CL equation, and you compare this CL equation, then finally you will get alpha effective angle of attack nothing but this particular form. Okay, so we are finding the two important derivation, two important portion. The first one is induced angle of attack is over. Okay, then now we are finding the effective angle of attack. Okay, so automatically geometric angle of attack alpha, nothing but combination of effective angle of attack and induced angle of attack. So when I am using that particular form of equation, now I will get that total angle of attack, that is geometric angle of attack. So geometric angle of attack is nothing but my effective angle of attack plus induced angle of attack. So this is the equation we derived the last few slides. So this is called effective angle of induced angle of attack. This is called effective angle of attack. Okay, so when I'm making of combination of effective angle of attack plus induced angle of attack, this is called your geometric angle of attack. So this equation is called as Prandtl lifting line theory. Okay, so at the end of the Prandtl lifting theory, we are calculating the summation of effective angle of attack plus induced angle of attack. Okay, so what is the beauty of this equation? This equation having the combination of both differential form as well as integral form. That is why this is called as a integral differential equation. And similarly, the most important point you remember for this equation, all other parameters are known value except gamma value. So suppose I want to find the total angle of attack. Okay, I want to find other values. I can use this particular equation, because all other parameters are known value, only unknown parameter is gamma. So that is why this is the most important theory. Okay, because it's the first practical theory developed for the finding out the aerodynamic characteristic of the wing section. Okay, that's the most important point. Okay, then by using of this theory, what we can able to find out, that is what our ultimate aim, because we need to find the lift distribution. Okay, lift distribution directly we can able to find out by using of your circulation or Kutta-Joukowski theorem. Okay, Kutta-Joukowski theorem says lift per unit span, circulation depends upon the lift per unit span depends upon the circulation. Okay, so here the circulation depends upon the location of the y naught value. So this is a result we are getting from the lift distribution for the finite wing section. Then similarly for the total lift, how we can able to find the total lift? So total lift we are finding from your equation, let it nothing but your circulation. This is for the circulation, L dash meaning lift per unit span. So we want to find the total lift, okay, that is total span, that is minus b by 2 plus b by 2. So once you are integrating that lift per unit span equation, you can able to find the total lift. So we have the equation for the, we have the full form of L dash y naught. So we are replacing this equation in this particular form. Okay, then automatically we will get the total lift equation in this form. Okay, so once you are finding the lift equation, we can able to find the coefficient of lift. So coefficient of lift CL equal to L divided by Q q infinity s. So once you are knowing the value of lift, you can able to find the value of CL. So this is the next outcome of your total lift from the Prandtl lifting length theory. Okay, and the last outcome of your Prandtl lifting theory will be induced drag. So induced drag, I told you that the diagram, okay, that airfoil diagram. So airfoil diagram, we are having that component. Okay, from there you can able to find out the sin alpha. So sin alpha. So once you are finding the induced drag value from the sin alpha, okay, the sin alpha will be very small value. So we are omitting the alpha value directly. Okay, again this is for only lift per unit span. Wherever the d prime comes, that's meaning of lift drag for a unit span. Okay. So then I want to find the total drag, then again I need to use for your span length, okay, minus b by 2 plus b by 2. Okay, so once you are using that particular form, I can able to find out my total drag of an particular wing section. Okay, so once you are finding the drag value, then I can able to find out my induced drag. So induced drag is the relation between d divided by q infinity s. So these are the most important outcome from your Prandtl lifting length theory. The first one is lift distribution, and the second one will be the total lift, and the third one will be the induced drag. Okay, so these are main outcome of your Prandtl lifting length theory. Even though we are having so many advanced methods, but still it is valid for the finding of the basic method. That is why the Prandtl lifting theory still it is using. Okay, you want to get more explore about Prandtl lifting length theory. The special cases given in the Anderson book, the 3 special cases like elliptical lift distribution, general lift distribution, and the effect of aspect ratio. These are the 3 special cases given in the Anderson book. So your further references, you can go to the Anderson book. I'm totally following this derivation from the Anderson book only. You have any doubt, you can refer the textbook also, because taking this topic with video lecturing is somewhat difficulty. So I'm trying my best. You have any doubt, you can refer the textbook. Okay, so I'm giving my references, and thanks to Anderson writing the book. Similarly for web sources, YouTube, SlideShare, and Wikipedia, and so many points are referred from the IIT notes. Okay, because of this source only I made this video. Okay, so thank you for watching this video once again.